Let's say that you currently have 2 Bitcoins. You think that the
Hmm.
price of Bitcoin will jump in the coming years, so you are holding it. But at the same time, you want to earn some interest on your coins, like how many people do by staking and yield farming. But the thing is that Bitcoin is not supported on most DeFi applications, so you searched online and you found that you can get something called wrapped Bitcoin, which has the same price as the original Bitcoin you have, but it can be used on a lot of DeFi applications. This wrapped Bitcoin is an example of wrapped tokens. Welcome to Cryptobie, where we explain cryptocurrencies and DeFi topics in the most simple and beginner-friendly way. In this video, you will know what exactly is a wrapped token and why people use them, how these wrapped tokens are created, and finally, we will explain how their prices are tied to the prices of the original assets. So grab a snack and let's get started. So, what is a wrapped token? A wrapped token is a token that represents a coin on another blockchain. We know that these words may be confusing to some people, so let's break them down. So simply, each blockchain has its own coin, also called native token. The Bitcoin blockchain has the Bitcoin, the Ethereum blockchain has the Ethereum coin, the Binance Smart Chain has the BNB coin, and so on. The point here is that you can't use Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain or use Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain, and at the same time, some applications are available on specific blockchains only. In the example we talked about earlier, you had Bitcoin and you may wanted to use an application like Aave. Aave is a DeFi application that lets you earn interest on your tokens, but it is running on the Ethereum blockchain, and you can't use your Bitcoins on the Ethereum blockchain. So to solve this problem, wrapped tokens can be used to represent Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain. So you can replace your original Bitcoins with the wrapped version that runs on the Ethereum blockchain and can be used on an application like Aave. This wrapped Bitcoin always has the same price as the original Bitcoin, so you will make the same profits if the price of Bitcoin increases. You should know here that getting a wrapped token on another blockchain is not restricted to Bitcoin only. We can also have wrapped Ethereum that represents Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain or wrapped Dogecoin on the Ethereum blockchain. It should be said here that these wrapped tokens are fairly similar to stablecoins. Stablecoins represent assets like the US dollar on the blockchain. For example, one Tether represents $1 on the Ethereum blockchain. A wrapped token, on the other hand, represents a coin but on another blockchain. One wrapped Bitcoin represents one original Bitcoin but on the Ethereum blockchain. So why would you use wrapped tokens other than for using an unsupported application? Well, you may know that the Ethereum blockchain has some very high gas fees, where it can reach $20 or more just to make a simple transaction like sending some Ethereum to a friend. But at the same time, a blockchain like Polygon will allow you to make the same transaction and pay pennies in gas fees. So, to put that in perspective, the gas fee you pay for one transaction on the Ethereum blockchain can be used to make 1,000 transactions on the Polygon network. Other than that, the Ethereum blockchain is really slow. Right now, it can process only 15 transactions per second, and on average, a transaction may take from 15 seconds up to 5 minutes to get confirmed. The Polygon blockchain, on the other hand, can process up to 65,000 transactions per second, and a transaction takes on average only 2 seconds to get confirmed. So, many people go and get wrapped Ethereum on the Polygon blockchain and use it however they like, just like the original Ethereum, but with much faster transactions and much cheaper gas fees. You should know here that you may see wrapped Ethereum on the Ethereum blockchain. We already have ETH on the Ethereum blockchain. So why a token like this was created? Well, there is a standard on the Ethereum blockchain called the ERC20 standard. You can think of this standard simply as a set of rules all tokens on the Ethereum blockchain have to follow to work correctly. The tokens that follow this standard are called the ERC20 tokens, and we actually have a full detailed video about them. But the point here is that a lot of apps on the Ethereum blockchain were developed to support these ERC20 tokens only. And the Ethereum coin was actually developed before this standard was even created, So it is not compatible with the ERC20 standard, which means that the Ethereum coin is not supported on these applications. So to solve this problem, the wrapped Ethereum token was created as an ERC20 token that fully complies with the ERC20 standard and can be used on these applications. The same story happened with the wrapped BNB on the Binance Smart Chain, but here the standard is called the BEP20 standard, and the wrapped BNB is a BEP20 token. Let's now get to how these wrapped tokens are created and who creates them. First of all, the process of creating a wrapped token is called wrapping. What happens is that your Bitcoins are locked up on the Bitcoin blockchain, and then new wrapped Bitcoins are minted on the Ethereum blockchain. The third party that holds your locked Bitcoins and mints your new wrapped Bitcoins is called the custodian. This custodian most of the times is a company or a smart contract. So to help you understand all of this, let's see an example. Let's say that you have 2 Bitcoins and you want to wrap them and get wrapped Bitcoins to use on a DeFi application. So if you go to a merchant like CoinList and request to wrap your Bitcoins, then CoinList will take your Bitcoins and send them to a secure custodian like BitGo, which is a company that specializes in digital assets custody. The custodian will then lock up the 2 Bitcoins on the Bitcoin blockchain and then mint 2 new wrapped Bitcoins on the Ethereum blockchain and sends them to the merchant. After that, the merchant will deposit the 2 wrapped Bitcoins in your wallet. So that is actually how wrapped Bitcoins are created, and here the custodian is a company called BitGo. At any time, you can unwrap your wrapped Bitcoins and get back your original Bitcoins. To do this, you can go again to the merchant and request to unwrap your tokens. The merchant will send your wrapped Bitcoins to the custodian and request to burn them. So the custodian will burn the 2 wrapped Bitcoins and then unlock your 2 original Bitcoins and send them back to the merchant. Burning the wrapped tokens here means destroying them forever. So the number of wrapped Bitcoins will always be equal to the number of original Bitcoins the custodian has locked, which means that each one wrapped Bitcoin is backed by 1 original Bitcoin. A very important point to note here is that you don't have to do all of this to get wrapped tokens. You can actually buy them very easily from centralized exchanges like Coinbase and Binance, and also from decentralized exchanges like Uniswap. Here we are talking about how these tokens were created at the first place before being sold on any exchange, and as you can see, this way of creating wrapped tokens require a trusted custodian to hold the original coins and then mint the wrapped tokens on other blockchains. Let's now go see a more decentralized way of creating wrapped tokens using the REN protocol. Here, there is a vault on the Bitcoin blockchain and a smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain. The wrapped Bitcoins you get here are called REN Bitcoins, and to get REN Bitcoins, you have to send your Bitcoins to the vault on the Bitcoin blockchain to be locked. You should know here that the 2 blockchains cannot communicate with each other. So, how will the smart contract know that some coins were locked up? Well, there are a large number of validators constantly keeping an eye on the vault to see if any new Bitcoins arrive. When your coins arrive at the vault, the validators send a message to the smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain to mint a specific amount of REN Bitcoin, which equals to the amount of Bitcoin you locked up. You may be wondering what prevents these validators from trying to cheat and say that some coins were locked to give themselves some free REN Bitcoins. Well, it is pretty simple. These validators need to lock up a large amount of tokens as a collateral before being accepted in the system. If any validator tries to transfer wrong information to the smart contract, other validators will notice and he will lose some or all his locked tokens. But if these validators do their jobs honestly and correctly, they earn money. So what about unwrapping your REN tokens? To unwrap your REN Bitcoins, the smart contract will burn your REN Bitcoins and the validators will take the proof of the burn transaction and send it to the vault on the Bitcoin blockchain to unlock your Bitcoins. As you can see here, the REN protocol offers a more decentralized way to create wrapped tokens, and it is not restricted to Bitcoin only. You can also wrap Bitcoin Cash and Dogecoin on many blockchains like Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and the Binance Smart Chain. So, how do these wrapped tokens maintain their prices pegged to the original coins? If you try to find an answer to this question, you will always hear the sentence, traders are incentivized to keep prices pegged. But what does that actually mean? Before we answer this question, some important points to note here is that, as we have said earlier, wrapped tokens are backed by original assets. So, if there are 100,000 wrapped Bitcoins, then the custodian has 100,000 Bitcoins locked up. So, at any time, you can go unwrap one wrapped Bitcoin to get one original Bitcoin from the merchant. Also, you can buy and sell wrapped tokens on exchanges like any other tokens, so keep that in mind. Now, to answer this question, let's see what will happen if the price of Bitcoin rises to $50,000 and the price of wrapped Bitcoin on the market stays at $4,000 to $5,000. First, many traders will notice that they can make a profit from this situation. So, a trader can buy one wrapped Bitcoin from Coinbase at $4,000 to $5,000 and then go to a merchant and request to unwrap this one wrapped Bitcoin he bought. So, the merchant will give him one original Bitcoin that he can now sell on Coinbase for $50,000, making an easy, risk-free profit of $5,000. The traders who do this are called arbitrage traders, and they will continue doing this to make profits, and that will have two effects on the wrapped Bitcoin. First, an increase in demand, as a lot of traders are buying wrapped Bitcoins from the market. And secondly, a decrease in supply from burning the wrapped Bitcoins that these traders unwrap. This increase in the demand and decrease in the supply will push up the price of the wrapped Bitcoin on the market until it reaches $50,000, and that is where no more profits can be made. So, what will happen if the price of Bitcoin drops to $40,000 and the price of wrapped Bitcoin stays at $4,000 to $5,000? The traders will do the reverse. A trader can now make a profit by buying one Bitcoin from Coinbase at $4,000 to $5,000 and then go to a merchant and request to wrap it to get one wrapped Bitcoin, which he can now sell on Coinbase for $50,000, making an easy $5,000 profit. In this case, what these traders did will increase the supply of the wrapped Bitcoin in the market, as a lot of traders are selling their wrapped Bitcoins. This large increase in the supply will push down the price of the wrapped Bitcoin on the market until it reaches $40,000, and that is where no more profits can be made, so the price will stay at that level until the price of Bitcoin moves again. So these arbitrage traders are what is keeping the prices of the wrapped tokens roughly the same as the prices of the original assets, as they will always try to make profits from any difference in prices between the two assets, and that will adjust the prices back to be equal. At the end of this video, we hope you learned what you need to know about wrapped tokens and how they work. And if you liked our video and want to reward our hard work, give it a thumbs up, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss our new videos. Thanks for watching.